Welcome everybody. Just wanted to do a short video on the Murphy's Law roadside Tesla jack pad adapters. And what is a jack pad? Well, a jack pad is an item that goes in between your floor jack and the bottom of your vehicle. And Tesla just happens to be, of course, an electric vehicle, and the bottom of the vehicle, the underpan, is where your battery is. And the lift points that Tesla gives you to lift from are this. There's the Model X, this, and there's the Model X. These sit up inside the body, and then you have that surface to lift on the vehicle. If you lift anywhere too far in towards the center, you can damage the battery pack very easily, and that's $25,000 to $45,000. Or if you lift too far left or right, you can damage the side skirts, which are hollow and don't have anything there. Your average jack pad cradle is about 4 inches, and the width of this is less than 3 inches. So that saddle piece is going to overhang the factory lift area, and right inside here is a piece of rubber, and I'll put some pictures up to show you. That underbelly protects the battery pack up inside there. It is a thin piece of material. I believe it's about a 1/4 of an inch thick or less that protects your battery pack. And when you lift this vehicle, if it's not on a flat surface, or say your rollers on your floor jacks get caught on a pebble, even I've seen as much or as least, it can keep the floor jack from rolling forward, which will cause the floor jack to itself slide rearwards as the vehicle's lifting. So you have to be super careful. Now, on the bottom side of the Tesla to lift on is going to be this component. Of course, it is going to be bolted up inside there, but you see 3 holes right there. This is for the Model S. For the jack pad adapter, you see the magnets. Well, ta-da! Holds onto the magnets. You just pop it in place, and voila, it holds in place so that you have better control to get your floor jack up underneath there. And you want to center it, of course, center that right on here and here, the center of that jack pad. Your average floor jack, your average new age floor jack, the lift area is about 4 inches in diameter. Well, that's not 4 inches. That's about 2 3/4 inch. Therefore, it's going to overhang. And on the Tesla, just a hair inside here is going to be a strip of rubber that runs across, a plastic piece that runs across, that holds the bolts that hold that up in there. That strip is very expensive, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. To the left and right of the lift area is side skirts. Those side skirts, if you lift too far over, or that piece of plastic that runs across, can easily be damaged. So this gives you an inch to keep that from happening. Of course, nothing can keep bad things from happening, but with the Murphy's Law Tesla jack pad adapters, it cuts down that probability. The same thing with the X. The holes are a little different on the X, but same theory. Pops in place and holds in there pretty well, as you can see. Boom, finally popped out after a lot of shaking, but it will hold very well so that you can get that jack up underneath there. Model S is a little different. The Model S is held as part of the body up underneath. It is reinforced rolled material, but the same theory. That pops up in the singular hole and it pivots on the lift area, allowing it to jack. The Model 3 is completely different in every aspect, even on their lift areas. I'm going to show you some pictures here of things to look out for and things that have happened. Other places have lifted them incorrectly, and that battery pack can be between $25,000 to $45,000 as you can damage very easily. So always be careful. Always use the correct tools. Always think before you do something. There's always something new to watch out for. you will need a good low profile aluminum floor jack. At minimum resting height, typically between 3 and 3.5 inches, is a very good low profile floor jack. Because you have to take into account if that tire's flat, there's about half, 3/4 of an inch or so of distance that's going to be down with the flat tire. So you have to get a good low profile floor jack to do so. You're going to need a 21 millimeter protected deep well socket. You're going to need a good torque bar so that you can torque it down to 129 foot-pounds. You're going to need a breaker bar, and you're going to need a good pair of needle nose pliers to pop the little center caps off. Always make sure that your suspension is set correctly. Your Model S suspension needs to be set at its highest level and then jack mode. Your Model X needs to be set at the low level. Of course, depending on your floor jack, it might have to be not at the complete lowest, but the second lowest, and then set it in jack mode. The Model 3, as of yet, does not have the air suspension. It's a straight strut, so there's no suspension or jack mode to set on your primary screen. Like I said, I'll show you some pictures of the bottom sides, what to look out for, what to be careful for, and why you really need a jack pad adapter on a Tesla. 40 or 50 bucks for these compared to 25, 35,000, 45,000 for the battery pack, and $5,000 or $6,000 on side skirts and such. It's not worth it to save 40 or 50 bucks. Most definitely save you in a bind. Read our reviews, and you'll have a good day.